Gently close your eyes. Witness your natural breathing. Now let us recite our usual prayer. Breathe in. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, take one deep, long breath, and while exhaling, slowly open your eyes. एक लंबा गहरा श्वास, फिर श्वास छोड़ते हुए धीरे धीरे आंखें खोलेंगे. So yesterday we were discussing about mudras. So we have discussed about Mahamudra, Mahavanda, Mahaved, even Khechri. Today वो जलंधर बंध भी शुरू हो गया था. जलंधरो बंध एष सिद्धानाम सिद्धिदायका अभ्यासा क्रियते नित्यम Nitya yogina siddhimichchata. Those who are interested to accomplish this bandha, they have to do the abhyasa. Siddhanam esha siddhidaika. This is this gives you this success, Siddhanam, those who are accomplished, they have said that it gives you a kind of success. Now, Moolabandha. Pad Moolen Sampidya Gudamargam Suyantritam Balad Apanamakrisya Kramad Urdhum Sucharyet. So, this already I have discussed with you. Pad Moolen Sampidya Gudamargam Suyantritam. So, Pad Mool means heel, you have to put. But it is not only to block the anus, It takes automatically when you take little bit your rectum up. And it is sampidya, it is to be forcefully you have to add this AD, this heel at the perineum part. Now forcefully apanam akrishya kramad, gradually you have to apanam akrishya, you have to attract, sucharyet, then you have to move it upward. Urdhvam sucharyet, you have to move it upward. Kalpito ayam moolbandho jara marana nashna. So, this Moolabandha, Apana Pranorekyam, with the help of this Moolabandha, the Apan and Pran can become one, they can merge together. Avikampitam Ekyam Prakroti, this become one. Kalpitoyam Moolabandho Jara Maran Nashna. Jara Maran Budhapa, old age and death can be overcome. Bandhan anen sutram yoni mudra prasiddhiti. Only with the help of this bandha, the yoni mudra can be perfect. Siddhayam yoni mudrayam kim na siddhati bhutale. If you are perfect in performing this yoni mudra, everything can be done in this world. Bandhasya prasadena gagane vijita nilaha padmasne thito yogi bhubum usrijya vardate. Asya bandhasya prasadena. Only by the virtue of this bandha means mool bandha, gagane vijita nila, the anila, the vayu, vijita, it is specifically you develop that control and it moves upward gagane. Only it can be done in the Padmasana, and at the same time, gagane will come. Padmasane sthito yogi bhubum usrijya gagane vartate. It has that capacity to elevate himself towards the sky, Now Vaprit Karani. It is a topsy-turvy kind of, you are practicing asana also, Vaprit Karani. But here, Sugupte nirjane deshe bandhamenam samabhyaset. This Vaprit Karani should be practiced in a secluded places. Nirjane, where there is no people, Nirjane and Sugupte is in a secret place. And Nirjan, it is a secluded place. Sansara sagaram tartum jadi chet yogi pungava. If the yogi wanted to overcome this worldly, the sagara, then he should practice it, this bandha, in a nirjan place where there is no secluded place, and in a gupta place, that is the secret place. Bhutale swashiro dattva. Now how to do it, the technique. Bhutale swashiro dattva khe niyat charanadvayam. Now, actually he is talking about the Sirsasana, in other words. Actually this is not Sirsasana. Viprit Karani, Sarvangasana and then Sirsasana. But here, Bhutale, now the description shows that it is a Sirsasana. Actually it is a Viprit Karani. So, Viprit Karani, how to do it? Just you have to raise your legs and you may take the support of your hand, and it is something like this, Vaprit Kriti Shesha Sarvatantreshu Gopita. It is secret in all the tantras. Vaprit Kriti, this is called Vaprit Kriti. It is a topsy-turvy, what you call this. Etam ya kurute nityam abhyasam yam matrata. If you practice it for 3 hours, yam matrata, 3 hours, regularly if you practice it 3 hours, mrityum jayati, sayogi. Sayogi mrityum jayati, parale apina siddhati. Even though he will not be destroyed in the pralaya, in the dissolution, Mahan dissolution. Amritam kurte panam siddhanam samtamiyam sa sebya sarvalokanam bandhametam karotija. So, Amritam kurte panam. So, when you are in that state, so the Chandramandal comes down and Surya comes up, So, therefore, Amritam kurte panam siddhanam samtamiyat. Ya enam bandham karoti, one who practices this bandha, sa sarvalokanam sebya. So, that person is respected everywhere, wherever he goes. Amarta panam kurte, he drinks that nectar, Siddhanam samtamiyat, and it becomes equal to the people who have accomplished this. Now coming to the Udyan Bandha. Nabhe urdhvam madhaschapi tanam paschimam macharet Udyan Bandha esha syat sarva dukkhoga nashanah. Nabhe urdhvam adha, both urdhva adha, up and down. Chapi paschimam tanam, there is a posterior stretching. One has to follow the posterior stretching. Esha sarva dukkhoga nashana, all kinds of problems can be overcome. Sab Udyan Bandha Syad, this is called Udyan Bandha. Day before yesterday you have seen he was performing this Udyan Bandha. आगे नहीं चल रहा है. उदरे पश्चिमम तानम नाभेर ऊर्ध्वम च कार्येत. Udare Paschimam, posterior stretch. You have to take your stomach towards the back side, that is posterior stretch. Nabhe Rudham Udyanakyo Etra Bandhoyam Mrityu Matanga Kesari, it becomes a kind of lion, you know. मृत्यु रूपी हाथी के लिए सिंह के समान कहा गया है. ये यहाँ पर वो नहीं कहा, लेकिन दूसरे ग्रंथों में if you practice it, the person becomes 16 years old. The 80 years old person can become 16 years old. Shod Shabda Vayo Bhavet. This is also described in the other. It is just to praise this practice, you know, because it is very useful. Those who are practicing this Udyan Bandha, there is no problem related to the stomach. Yes. Dana. Tan is stretching. Tanam means stretching. Okay. Nityam ya kurte yogi chaturvaram dine dine. If the person is, yogi is performing it for 4 times a day, nityam, regularly, tasya nabhestu shuddhi syat. His nabi becomes pure. Yen siddho bhavet marut. Marut also automatically you will be able to accomplish the marut. Marut will become under your control. That is what it says. Sharmasa Bhasan Yogi Mrityum Jayati Nishchitam. If 6 months, if we practice it regularly, Mrityum Jayati Nishchitam. Tasya Udaragani Jwalati Rasabriddhi Prajayate. Means this gastric fire is activated, as well as Rasabriddhi, the secretion of juices will be more. Anen sutram siddhir vigrahasya prajayate roganam sankshan chapi yogino bhavati dhrubam. So vigraha means body, siddhi vigraha. Your body becomes, means accomplished. Sutram roganam sankshan chapi. All problems, disorders, diseases can be overcome. That happens. Again. Guru labdhva prayatnena sadhyetu vichakshana. But it is to be practiced only under the guidance or whatever. It should be taken. One should learn this from the master. Guru labdhva prayatnena, effortfully sadhyet. Effortfully it should be practiced. Nirjane susthite deshe bandham param durlabham. Nirjane, it is secluded places. Susthite, you have to practice it where there is no people, because otherwise the people may laugh at you. So it is said to be param durlabh. It is very difficult to get.
What is the sitting or stand up position?
Both in the beginning you may practice it while standing. It is only you are raising the diaphragm up. When you raise the diaphragm up, automatically your stomach goes in. So in standing with the help of 2 hands, okay, you should keep, as we are giving here in Kavaladham to our students, just to train the system. Thereafter you have to sit and you have to apply this for the practice of pranayama. The sequence must be understood when we are practicing pranayama. So, in the beginning we have to apply the mool bandha. After total inhalation, we have to apply the jalandhar bandha, and then kumbhakante rechakadau. Then kumbhakante, when you have completed the retention, you are about to rechaka. At that point of time, you have to start the uddiyana bandha. This is the sequence of the bandhas, which is very, very important. If you go through this Gherandasamhita, this is a different kind of approach, because he is talking that you have to keep the air inside and you have to perform the uddiyana bandha in Gherandasamhita. That is the difference between Gherandasamhita and Hathayogapradipika. But this text is also supporting Hathayogapradipika.
Mudra should be before
Inhalation. You should start with Mool Bandha. Now this is a bit more Vajroli Mudra. If you go through it personally, it will be too good, will give you the idea. Actually, some tantric people, they were using this because it is a kind of assessment of the sadhaka, that whether he is able to retain. There is so many things, but just give you the idea. Vajroli kathishyami sansar dhvant nashani. Sansar dhvant nashani. Dhvant means darkness of the sansara, worldly darkness, that nashani, which destroys the worldly darkness, and that's said to be guhyat guhyatam tam, which is secret of the secret, guhyatam. Samasena. Samasena. In short भी बराबर है. Essence, its essence, in short. So bhaktebhyo, only for the sake of bhaktas. Lord Shiva says, for so bhaktebhyo, for my bhaktas, I am Vajrolim kathishyami. I will describe this Vajroli mudra samasen, in short, sangshipt, in an abstract form. Swecha Vartamanopi, the person who is living according to his wish in this world, Yogokt Niyamer Vina, without following the all the observances of yoga, Mukto Bhaved Gristopi, that householder can also become liberated, Vajrolya Abhyas Yogita, through this practice. Vajrolya Abhyas Yogoyam Bhoge Yukte Pi Muktida. If the person is indulged in the worldly enjoyment, he can also be liberated. Dasmat ati prayatnena, effortfully, this kartabya yogi bhi sadaha. Yogi should do this. Adu rajastryojonyam yatnen vidivat sudhi akuncha lingala nalena sushire praveshet. Now, this raj should be sucked through the genital tube. That is what it says. And it should be taken to one's body. आगे चलो, ये पढ़ लेंगे लोग इसको. स्वकम बिंदुम संबद्ध च लिंग चालन माचरेत देवाचलति चेदूर्ध्वम. If it moves, then nibaddho yoni mudra. It should be restricted with the help of yoni mudra. आगे वाम मार्गे पे तद्बिंदुम नीत्वा लिंगम निवारियत. So when वाम मार्ग reverse, when it goes reverse, Nitva lingam nevaryet, the genital should be removed. Kshanmatram yonito, for the sake of, as a friction of second, it should be removed from the yoni. Pumas chalana, again it should be moved. Guru Upadeshado yogi hum karena yonitaha. It should be learned from the master, and whatever is said by the master, instructions of Guru Upadesh, whatever is instructed by the master, yogi hum karena, that produce a sound, and apan vayum akuncha balad karshyet raja. Means apan vayum akuncha, he has contact this apan vayu, then this raj should be balad, forcefully akarshyet, it should be taken. खींचने की बात है ये, बलपूर्वक. अनेन विधिना योगी क्षिप्रम योगस्य सिद्धे गभ्यभुक् कुरुते योगी गुरु पादाम्ज पूजकः. Those who are engaged in serving his master, he should anen vidina yogi kshipram yogasya siddhe. Mean instantly, if he wants to be successful in this, so only this can be done with the help of this Vajroli mudra, and at this type of sadhaka should make use of gabya, this गाय का घी और दूध, it should be used by the sadhaka. Gabya, there is a panch gabya, but here gabya stands only for गाय का दूध and ghee. This bindur bidu mayo geyo raja surya mayas tatha. This bindu should be known as like a moon, and raj should be known like a surya. Ubhyor melanam karyam so sharire priyatanata. It should be mixed, it should be united in one's body, that is so sharire priyatanata. Forcefully it should be united in one's own body. Again. Aham Bindu. Now the Lord Shiva says Aham Bindu. I am stand as a Bindu. Raja is nothing but Shakti, that is Parvati. Here we must understand that somewhere or other, that is the reason why Patanjali might have given too much emphasis to the state of Brahmacharya. Because this is said to be what you call Mahabharata. It is a great bow, Aham Bindu Raja Shaktir Ubhyo Melanam Tatha Yoginam Sadhana Batam. Those who are indulged in this practice, Bhavet Divyam Bapus Tada Bapu, thereafter this Bapu Sharir becomes like a Divya, divine. When there is a Melanam, when this is united, Shakti and Shiva, when this is united, Shakti and Shiva in the form of Bindu and Raj. If it is united in the body becomes like a divine. आगे नाराज हो गया क्या? जी, actually this is that is why this Srish Chandra Basu has omitted this Vajroli mudra from the original text. But I think because we have no right to omit anything. Editor has no right to omit anything. Because this is a kind of collection work. People using this in tantric kriyas. There are people who are indulged in this kind of. Actually, the purpose is to develop that kind of control so that you can suck this raja through the genital tube. And when it starts moving, immediately with the help of this yoni mudra, it is to be restricted in the body. And once this is restricted, when Raja and this is become one, if it is united in one's own body, the body becomes like a divine body. That is what, this is the purpose. This Vajroli is also having Amaroli and Sahajoli. These are the two varieties that is coming now. Maranam bindu patena jivanam bindu dharanat. Tasmad ati priyatnena kurte bindu dharanam. It is to be retained somewhere or other in the body, because if it falls, this is called maranam. This is called death. And jivanam bindu dharanat, if we retain, this is called life. So this is very, very important. Jayate mriyate loke binduna atna senshya. Jat gyatva sadayogi bindu dharanam acharet. Therefore, jayate mriyate loke binduna nata senshya. It only, this game is going on only, it depends. This is the cause of the marana and jivan, both. Marana and jivan depends upon this bindu. Siddhe bindu mahayatne kimna siddhati buddhi. If you develop that kind of control over this bindu, then what happens? Kimna siddhati buddhile. Means you will be able to do anything, whatever you want. क्या नहीं कर सकते आप, ऐसा कह रहे हैं वो. Means everything can be done. Indirectly ये कह रहे हैं वो. यस्य प्रसादान महिमा ममापि एतादृशी भवेत. Lord Shiva says, मेरी महिमा भी because of this reason हुई है ये. He says, he himself says, mamapi etadrishi mahima yasya prasadat. Only because of this only, मेरी महिमा भी उसी प्रकार से हुई है. I am also, people known to me for this act, that is what he wanted to say.
And this practice is for the same for women?
If the woman is supporting, it is also for her. It is, means there you want two people, women and men.
Oh, in this practice?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't understand.
You will understand after some time. Or you may understand in the next birth, Because next birth will be in India. You will not take birth in that place. You are going to be born here in India. Bindu kroti sarvesham sukham dukkham cha sanstita. If it stays, this becomes the cause of your sukha, this becomes the cause of your dukkha. So sansarinam, vimudanam, jarana marana shalinam. So this is characterized by the marana, jara marana. Vimuda stands for the people who are ignorant, and sansarinam, those who are indulged in the activity of the sansara. This bindu is the cause of their dukh and sukha. This is what it says. I am Shankaro Yoga. He himself says, it is my yoga, Shankara Yoga, Yogina Uttam Uttama. It is said to be the best of best. Abhyasa siddhim apnoti bhoge yukta upi manava. The people who are indulged in the worldly enjoyment, they can also become liberated. Sakala sadhitarthopi siddho bhavati bhutale bhuktva bhogana sheshanve yoganena nishchitam. All enjoyment and you can be liberated. This is nothing. अब दूसरी साइड में जाना है तो ऐसा करना पड़ता है इसको, हैं? अनेन सकला सिद्धि योगिनाम भवती ध्रुवम. ये सब कल से सारी जगह तो यही है पूरे किताब में. सुख भोगेन महता तस्मादेनम समवेत. सुख भोगेन महता, महत अनेन महता सुख भोगेन योगिनाम. You can enjoy all kinds of pleasures, at the same time you can liberate yourself. Sahajolya amarolya cha vajrolya bhedato bhavet. This is the two types or kinds of Vajroli, Sahajoli and Amaroli. Yen ken prakaran bindum yogi pradharyet. Whatever you do, but this bindu should be retained in the body. Now, deva chalti yad forcefully, if it moves, then Melanam Chandra Suryo Amaroli Iram Prokta Linganalin Shoshya. It should be sucked through the genital tube. And this is called Amaroli. Devat Chet Bege Chalti. If it moves, then Linganalyan Shoshit. It should be sucked through the genital tube. Surya Chandra Surya or Melanam Yam Amaroli. And when they are united, Surya stands here for the Raja and Chandra stands for the Bindu. If they are united, this is called Amaroli. Gatam Bindum Swakam Yogi Vandet Yoni Mudra. If this Bindu has moved, then its Yoni Mudra, it should be stopped, it should be restrained. Vajroli Sarvatantreshu Gopitaham Vajroli Yam Prokta Yogi Swakam Gatam Bindu Yoni Mudra Bandhet. That is what पीछे भी वही चर्चा करके आया वो. Yam Sarvatantreshu Gopita Vajroli. In all the tantras, this is secret practice of Vajroli is Prokta, is described. Sangya Vedat Vaved Veda, only the name is different. Otherwise the function is one and the same. That is what it says. Tulya Gatir Jaya. Tasmat Sarp Prayatnen Sadhyate Yogi Bhi Sada. Karye Tulya Gati Sada. Jaya Karye Gati Tulya. In functional aspect it is one and the same. The purpose is to restrain that. If it moves, it should be restrained with the help of this Yoni Mudra. In Yoni Mudra, you have to practice Mool Bandha. This Hunkar Shabd, you are forcefully you are trying to retain this inside. That is what. Yogi bhi tasma sada sarpayatnena sadhya. So with all efforts, it is to be followed, it is to be practiced. Aim yogo maya prokto bhaktanam sanihata priye. Lord Shiva says to Parvati, it is only out of the love, towards my devotees. Gopaniya priyatnena deyojasya kasichit. It should be kept secret, should not be given. कौन सा ऐसा प्रैक्टिस है जिसमें न दिए कस्यचित? सभी प्रैक्टिस के लिए ऐसा कहा गया है. एतद् गुह्यतमं गुह्यं न भूतं न भविष्यति. This सीक्रेट न हुआ है न होने वाला है इन भविष्य में. तस्मात् सर्वप्रयत्नेन गोपनीयम सदा बुधेयी. सो बुधेयी, इट शुड बी केप्ट सीक्रेट ओनली. बिकॉज वही है, इसको लोग मजाक समझ लेंगे, इसलिए शायद सीक्रेट रखने के लिए कहा. अब इस टू रीच टू दिस स्टेट सो दैट यू कैन सक this back, reverse, Bam Marga. This can be done with the help of this process that you have to evolve. You have to do this process. What is that? So mutrot sarga kale. When you are urinating, at that point of time, balad krishya vayuna, you have to attract the vayu. Stokam tajed mutram. So urine should be urinate, stokam, little and little. Thereafter, akrishyatat puna. Again and again it is to be practiced. So, while urinating, we have to suck this. We have to stop. In other words, we have to stop. When you are stopping, you are attracting the ear. So, you have to stop and then you have to start. Stokam, little and little. It should be So this is the abhyas through which we can develop that capacity to suck the raja through the genital tube. And people, sometime you might have, there are few people who are using the tube, they are inserting the tube with a view to make it, as we are doing neti, similarly they are inserting the tube, okay, for the sake of making this tube the flow properly. So this is also being used. Guru Upadishta Margena Pratyaham Ya Samay Charet. Only whatever the instructed by the teacher, it is to be. Bindu siddhi bhavetasya mahasiddhi pradayaka. This mahasiddhi pradayaka, it can give you the great siddhi, accomplishment, only through this Bindu siddhi. This Bindu siddhi can give you the different kind of, what you call, the perfections. Sharmasam abhaset yobe pratyaham guru shiksha. As per the Guru Shikshan, as per the Guru's instructions. Sharmasam abhaset. Shatangana nam bhogyapi tasya bindurna nashyati. If the person indulge in the intercourse with hundreds of ladies, his Bindu will not be fall. That is what it says. Siddhe Bindu Maharatne. It is a kind of great gem, you know. So, kim na siddhati Parvati. Hey Parvati, what can, everything can be done. Ishattum tat prasaden mamapi sulbam ved. This Ishwaratva, mujhe bhi prapt karne mein, it sulbam, it becomes easy for me also. That is what it says. Now, last one is the Shakti chalana. As I was discussing with you, that they are talking about the awakening of Kundalini, but no text gives that kind of technique properly, so that this can be done. Adhar kamale suptam chalyet kundali dridam. Firmly, that is sleeping, dridam. Firmly sleeping that kundalini at the adhar kamale. Adhar, which is the adhar kamala? It is Muladhar kamala. Apan vayum aruyya valada krishya. You have to suck the apan vayu and you have to make it upward. Then Shakti chalana mudreyam sarv Shakti pradayani. This is called Shakti chalan. Yam Shakti sarv Shakti pradayani. It gives you all kinds of power, and therefore it is called Shakti chalan mudra. Adhar kamale suptam chalyet kundali dridam. That kundalini Shakti, that prana, which is revolving at the perineum part, it revolves in circular form, therefore it is called Kundalakar. Kundalakar, and therefore it is equated with the Kundalini Shakti. It is also called Kundalini Shakti. So it is sleeping at the bottom part. So it should be, with the help of this Apan Vayu, we have to, and it should be made upward, you know. Then this is called Shakti. So there is no proper technique given by anyone, any book. Only it is said that Shakti chalanam evam hi pratyaham ya samacharet. If you practice it, if you take the apana upwards, this will awaken this kundalini. Shakti chalanam ev. This is what is the movement in the Shakti, the power, the prana. Pratyaham ya samacharet. Pratyaham, every day one should follow this. Ayu vriddhi bhavetasya roganam. Longevity will be increased and there will be no problem, no disorder at all. Vihaya nidram bhujgi swayam urdhvam bhavet khalu. Now, vihaya nidram. So, bhujgi swayam urdhvam bhavet khalu. It becomes automatically, it becomes upward. Tasmad abhyasnam karyam yoginam siddhim ichchitam. Those who are interested to have this kind of perfection, they should practice it every day. Ya karoti sadabhyasam Shakti chalanam uttamam. One who practices Shakti chalan every day, yen vigraha siddhi syat. This vigraha siddhi will lead you towards the animadi gunaprada. Anima, mahima, lagima, prapti, prakamya, ishatva, ashitva. All 8 kind of siddhis can be achieved if you have this kind of control over your body. So that can be. So through the vigraha siddhi, you can achieve all this ashteshwarya. That is what it says. Guru upadesh vidina tasya mrityu bhayam kutaha. But it should be practiced with through the instructions of the master. Then mrityu bhayam kutaha. Where is the fear of death? Muhurta dvaya paryantam vidina Shakti chalana. Muhurta dvaya. Here muhurt is, one muhurt stands for 48 minutes. क्यों भैया? 48 minutes. And then 2 muhurat bole to 48 and 48, 96. So 96, 2 muhurat bole to 96. मुहूर्तों पर्यंतम विदिना शक्ति चालनम. सो 96 मिनट्स तक, मतलब 1 घंटा 60 और कितना 30 और 6, 1 घंटा 36 मिनट कंटिन्यूसली जिस चालन का प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए. या करोति प्रयत्न तस्य सिद्धिम अदूरता. अदूरता, नॉट सो फार. दूरता फार, नॉट सो फार. So siddhi adurta, the perfection is not so far for him who karoti prayatnen, who does it effortfully. But yogi bhi shakti chalanam mukta asanen kartavyam. This shakti chalanam should be done in muktasana. Actually this muktasana, if you go through Hathayoga, muktasana, vajrasan and what do you call, this is one and the same. So siddhasan, in other words, is called bhuktasan, vajrasan. There is a how you keep your this legs, the body parts, that is the difference little bit. But it is one and the same, bhuktasan. आगे एतत् मुद्रा दशकम. This 10 mudra, न भूतम न भविष्यति. This kind of डिस्क्रिप्शन न तो पहले कभी हुआ था, शंकर कह रहे हैं, ना इट विल बी हैपन इन द फ्यूचर. तो एक अभ्यसने सिद्धि सिद्धे भवति नान्यथा, न भूतम न भविष्यति. एक, इफ यू परफेक्ट वन मुद्रा, इफ यू परफेक्ट वन सिद्धे सिद्धि भवति चान्य, देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू अकम्प्लिश, अदरवाइज नॉट. सो इति श्री रेवा खंडे सत्यनारायण व्रत कथायाम चतुर्थोध्यायः. Now coming, it is very very important. Let me give you the idea about the 5th chapter so that you can get the idea. See, first in the beginning he is talking about the obstacles, and there are in Sivasamhita, it is only Sivasamhita, because in other text it is a Siddhanta Graha. This is one of the obstacle. If you are more towards the, I have to take bath, then only I can go to the temple, this is a Siddhanta Graha. If your body does not allow you to take bath, don't take bath. And what is the use of taking bath if your inner self is not pure, It's just you are wasting the water, isn't it? So water is also said to be Brahman. It should not be wasted, it can be. So this is the only text. It talks about the 3 types of Vighna: Bhog Vighna, Dharma Vighna and Jnana Vighna. You will be surprised to note, and you have to, so this is 3. And thereafter he talks about the 4 kinds of yoga: mantra, hatha, laya and raj. What are the qualities? He is discussing all qualities of what kind of person should take up the mantra yoga, what kind of person should take up the hatha yoga. If you are having this much qualities, you should go for Rajayoga. That is what. It is a beautiful, this kind of description is not available anywhere. So this is the idea behind. Thereafter he talks about the pratikopasana. And with the help of this pratikopasana, even you can understand your own death. That if you practice it, you will be able to understand your own death. So this is, let us start, because we have only tomorrow is left. I wish, because we have 260 verses in this 5th chapter. So if you take a round of all the 4 chapters, any one of you can summarize the 4 chapters? Any one of you? The first chapter deals with the philosophical aspect, wherein only the Atma is said to be the reality, nothing else. Everything, so long you see the multiple things in the world, it is only because of the Maya, it is only because of the Brahma, delusion. Okay, this is The first is talking about the philosophical aspect. वो पत्तों में तेरी रंगत है राम, तुझे मालूम है सब, हम कैसे गुजारा करते हैं, जर्रे जर्रे और कण कण में हम तुमको निहारा करते हैं. जर्रे means each and every object of this universe is representing the same phenomena. If you have that kind of eyes with you, then only you will be able to see this unity in this diversity. This is the essence of the first chapter. Without, he wanted to say that karma, he has talked about the nitya naimittik karma and also the prarabdha karma. So this karma, ultimately, whether you do it punya karma or do it papa karma, ultimately this is going to wind you. Therefore, this karma aspect should be left. So only you have to take the support of jnana. As in the other Upanishads it is said, rite jnana na mukti. So this is the essence of the first chapter. So ultimately you have to develop this kind of jnana, wherein only you see only one, everyone here. And so many things, so many examples. Now the second chapter deals with the anatomy and physiology of this body. The Meru is said to be the mountain, that Parbat, and this Parbat, all 72 nadis, according to Sivasamhita, it is 3,50,000 nadis, the vayus, this and that all. Now the third chapter talks about the different avasthas, arambha avastha, ghata avastha, parichaya avastha. This is all we have discussed. Now in the last three chapters, only 4 asanas are given. During this third chapter, he has also discussed about certain practices of pranayama, but mainly he is discussing mainly about the nadi shuddhi pranayama, and that's too along with the what you call the kumbhaka. But if the practitioner is a newcomer in the field of yoga, I suggest that it should be done. He should follow the instructions of Vishishta Samhita, wherein 3 months he has to practice only anulom this inhalation and exhalation. Automatically after 3 months he will be capable to introduce the this kumbhaka parts. So, but Siva Samhita directly talks about this, and thereafter he has given also some Shitali pranayama. It is a technique. He is not talking about Shitali, but he has given Shitali pranayama, Sitkari pranayama. So with the help of which you can overcome certain problems. That is what. So third chapter. Fourth chapter deals with mainly with the mudras, and therefore it is mudra prakaranam. Mudra prakaran, fourth chapter. But during this mudra prakaran, in the beginning he has discussed about the yoni mudra, and which is very, that place is very, very important, and we have to keep in mind that this place, unless we tackle that place, we will not be able to successful in directing this prana into Sushumna Nadi. And mudra, that which brings bliss only to the sadhaka, this is called mudra, and there are 10 according to this Sivasamhita, Hathayogapradipika, but this mudra is 25 according to Gherandasamhita. Okay, so now coming to the 5th chapter, which mainly it is a wonderful chapter, and we have to give little time to this, but there are 260 verses. So today and tomorrow, ultimately we have to complete this. You can deal, but अपनी छाया का अंदाजा करना, प्रतीक तो मूर्ति पूजा ही होती है, but it is related to your own this shadow, Yeah, we'll come to this. ब्रूहि में वाक्य मीशान. Now debut watch. Now थोड़ा डाउन करना, नीचे लेना, नीचे, ऊपर नहीं, मेरा उल्टा बोलना है. Debut watch. Now, who is Devi here? Please keep this in mind. ब्रूहि में वाक्यम ईशान. ईशान भगवान शंकर. परमार्थ ध्यम प्रति. Those who are inclined towards the paramarthata, their dhya is inclined towards the paropakara. For them, for the sake of these people, please ब्रूहि में, प्लीज लेट मी नो। ये विघ्ना संति लोकानां वद में प्रिय शंकर, हे शंकर, हे बिलव्ड शंकरा, प्लीज टॉक अबाउट दिस विघ्ना, द ऑब्स्टेकल, द हिंड्रेंसेस, for the sake of those people who are inclined towards to help others. Yes. Ishvaro Vacha. Then Lord Shiva says, it is now, I am not taking care of the Uvach is a past participle, but I said now Lord Shiva says, शृणु देवी प्रवक्ष्यामि यथा विघ्ना स्थिता सदा मुक्तिम प्रति नराणाम भोगा परम बाधका। So the worldly enjoyment are said to be the great hindrances in the path here only, because now how this bhog is said to be param badak. This bhog we are not enjoying in this life. We are इन हैबिट 84 लाख योनियों से इसका भोग करते हुए हम लोग ऐसे क्या कहते हैं उसमें इंक्लाइंड हो गए हैं कि इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कम आउट ऑफ इट। दैट इज व्हाट इट सेज। देयरफॉर इट इज परम बाधक। भोग इज सेड टू बी परम बाधक। देवी यथा सदा विघ्ना स्थिता, दे आर सदा, दे आर देयर यू नो ऑलवेज। नराणाम मुक्ति प्रति भोगा परम बाधका। दिस इज द मुक्तिम प्रति, टुवर्ड्स द लिबरेशन, दिस इज सेड टू बी द ग्रेट विघ्ना, दिस इज हिंड्रेंसेस। आगे चलें। एंड व्हाट इज दैट? नारी शय्यासनम वस्त्रम। मैं कल वहाँ एर्नाकुलम गया था, एक नहीं 3-3 कुर्ते खरीदा। वस्त्रम, एक नहीं 3-3 कुर्ते, एक सूट नहीं 2-2 सूट खरीदा। बताइए। वस्त्रम, धनम, आस्य चुंबनम। हम लोग चाहे इट इज नॉट ओनली हास्य चुंबन, समझते हैं ना आप? नहीं समझते? यू पीपल आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग यू मैन। तांबूल वक्ष्यम, तांबूल खाना खाने के बाद क्या खाते हैं आप? यानानी, मर्सिडी चाहिए सबको, छोटी से काम नहीं चलता। यानानी, यान बोले तो राजेश्वर्यम और पॉलिटिकल पावर्स, विभूति, बहुत सारी सुपर नेचुरल पावर, ये भोग सबको चाहिए। ऑल आर इंटरेस्टेड टू हैव दिस ऑल। क्यों इसका कुछ करने की जरूरत है? सब जानते हैं इस बात को। आगे बढ़ो। हेमम किसको प्रिय होता है? कम से कम लेडीज लोगों को तो बहुत प्रिय होता है। हेम बोले तो सोना, सोना गोल्ड। रौप्यम, रौप्यम बोले तो चांदी। सिप्पी और रौप्य का उदाहरण पढ़ा था फर्स्ट चैप्टर में आपने। तो दिस इज रौप्यम मीन्स चांदी। ताम्र, रत्नम, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ जेम्स यू नो। अगुरु च धेनवा, अगुरु, अगुरु को क्या कहते हैं? अगुरु, इट इज दैट विच गिव्स यू फ्रेग्रेंस यू नो। आप जो वो क्या कहते हैं, घर से बाहर निकलने लगते हैं तो हाँ, वो उसको अगुरु कहते हैं। वाई यू आर नहीं, वाई यू यूज दिस, वाई यू यूज दिस? नॉट फॉर अट्रैक्शन, यू आर हाइडिंग समथिंग। with the help of this you hide something, isn't it? नहाए धोए का क्या करना, एक बार मान क्या वेद धेनवाह, वेद शास्त्राणि पांडित्यम, नृत्यम, गीतम, डांसिंग, गीतम और विभूषणम, अलंकार, विभूषण अलंकार। और भगवान राम का क्या विभूषण है? सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम, आजानुभुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित कर दूषणम, इति बदति तुलसी दास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजनम, मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खल दल गंजनम, मन जाहि राचो मिलहि सोवर सहज सुंदर सांबरो, करुणा निधान सुजान शील स्नेह जानत रावरो, यही भांति गौरी आशीष सुनि सिय सहित ही हर्षित अली, तुलसी भवानी पूजी पुनि पुनि मुदित मन मन। उदारता, उनके अंगों की उदारता ही उनका आभूषण है। और हमारा दो चार माला इधर है, फिर वो कुछ इधर है।
वेद शास्त्र और पांडित्य भी भोग है।
और क्या सिर्फ पांडित्य, आपको सिर्फ पता है। अब ये इसका अर्थ जो मैंने जो गाया आपके सामने, इफ आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इट, आपने तोते की कहानी सुनी है क्या? नहीं सुनी है? हाँ, नहीं सुनी है? एक बार सुन लीजिए, बहुत अच्छी है। एक व्यक्ति, डू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी ऑल्सो? एक व्यक्ति, वो अम्मा को छोड़ो ना यार। जस्ट आई विल ट्रांसलेट इट फॉर यू।
He's telling, you are telling something about me now.
See, I don't differentiate you. Yesterday onwards I am talking mother, you know. So how I can talk, how I can backbite. See, so there was one person who was catching the parrot, you know. एक आदमी तोते पकड़ता था और बाजार में उनको बेचता था, उसकी जीविका उसके ऊपर चलती थी। अब एक कोई सज्जन पुरुष जस्ट ऑब्जर्व कर रहा था कि आदमी इन तोतों को पकड़ता है, बाजार में बेचता है, लोग इनको पिंजरों में रखते हैं, ये स्वतंत्र प्राणी ये पिंजरों में फिर बंद जाते हैं, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है। उस आदमी ने उसी आदमी से एक तोता खरीदा और खरीद करके उसको एक पाठ सिखाया। देख, शिकारी आएगा, दाना डालेगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसा ले जाएगा, तुम फंसना नहीं। धीरे 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 वो तोता सब सीख गया। और उसने क्या किया, जब तोता परफेक्ट हो गया उसको बोलने में पाठ को, तो उसने उसको छोड़ दिया। तो जिस ब्रांच पे भी वो बैठता है वो यही कहता है, शिकारी आएगा, दाना डालेगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसा ले जाएगा, हम फंसेंगे नहीं। उसको सुनते 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 सब तोते सीख गए। जैसे सेना भवतु सेना भुनक्तु हम सब लोग सीख गए। अब वो शिकारी ने उनको सुना कि ये तो बहुत पढ़ लिख के है, तो ये तो मेरे पेट पे लात मार दिया किसी ने इनको सिखा के। उसने कहा उसको बहुत ज़रूरत थी, उसने कहा चलो देखते हैं कोई एक आध तो दो आएंगे तो अच्छा है, जिन्होंने ये पाठ अभी तक नहीं सीखा होगा वो तो आएंगे कम से कम। जाल लगाया, दाना डाला, जाल लगाया और बैठ गया। सभी तोते वो मंत्र बोलते हुए आ रहे हैं और बैठ गए दाने पे। उसने सबको लपेटा और कंधे पे रख करके घर की तरफ जा रहा है। उसमें फंसे हुए भी कह रहे हैं शिकारी आएगा, दाना डालेगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसाने जाएगा, हम फंसेंगे नहीं। ऐसा पांडित्य है जी ये। हम सब लोग किसी न किसी रूप में वो तोते ही हैं। इसलिए मुझे क्या लगता है कि अगर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन जब तक अपने जीवन में कहीं न कहीं उसका विनियोग हम लोग नहीं करते हैं तो उसका कोई उपयोग नहीं है। सो दिस स्टोरी रिलेटेड टू द पर्सन हु वाज कैचिंग द पैरेट and he was selling the parrot in the market with a view to get some money, for his livelihood. So one day a saintly person was observing that he is catching the parrot and selling out in the market. People keep them in the cage. These are free world, So he took one parrot from him and taught him a lesson. See, this hunter will come, there will be seed, under the seed there will be net. If you sit on the net, you will be caught in the net. If you sit on the seed, there will be net and you will be caught in the net. So don't sit on the seed. So when he became perfect, in reciting this mantra, so he left the parrot. So wherever this parrot is sitting, he is reciting the same mantra. So while listening, all other parrots, they learnt this lesson. Like we and us, we all are reciting Sena Bhavtu, Seno Vinaktu. We don't understand, don't apply. So likewise, so they learnt, all the parrots, they learnt this lesson. Now one day, again, he thought that let us try, but they are now educated, So I think that they will not sit on the seed. So, but he was in a dire need. So he put this net, the seed. All these parrots, they are singing the same song and came and sat on the seed. He took all the parrots and then going towards his house. So they are in the net and they are singing the same song. This hunter will come. He will spread the seed. What is the use of this kind of education? So that is what we were talking. This panditya is like that only. You are having, you can recite mantras, you can recite, but you don't apply, you don't understand. What is the use of this? Ultimately, why reciting these mantras, even in Swadhyaya, Vyasa says, Pavitra Mantranam Adhainam. And therefore, you may say, this is Swadhyaya. Swami Digambarji used to say, our successor of Swami Kuvalananda, Swami Digambarji, this is our lineage, So Swami Digambarji used to say, Pathanam, in the beginning, you have to recite. Say for example, you have to recite the sutras. When you go on reciting, say for example, we used to recite Vishnu Sahasranam or Hanuman Chalisa or something, every one of us, something, all are reciting. So the day will come when you go on reciting, day will come, one word will catch you automatically. Then you will dive deep into this with a view to understand. Then your chintan will start. This is how this works. So don't limit this recitation only for the sake of recitation. We have to. So that is the panditya here. Okay. आगे चलें, ये तो हो गया ना. Now vanshi veena mridangascha rajyascha barvahanam dara patyani vishyaha vigna ete prakritita. Vanshi veena if you it is flute, and Veena up. She is expert in this. Not expert? कोई कौन है जो?
My guru is Veena.
हाँ. मृदंग you know? हाँ ढोलक टाइप है लेकिन हाँ ड्रम राज्यम च और बरवाहनम श्रेष्ठ वाहन. बर here stands for श्रेष्ठ वाहन. बर श्रेष्ठ वाहन. दारा अपत्यानि दारा पत्नी एंड बच्चे संतान. These are the विषयास एते विघ्ना प्रकृतिता. These are the विघ्ना. एक बार इस लिस्ट को
कुछ नहीं बचेगा. काफी टेक्स्ट स्टडी टेबल के ऊपर लगा देंगे. वो क्या जाके पढ़ेगी. व्हाट इज दिस पार्ट के पेपर उसको इस लगानी पड़ेगी. आपकी पत्नी को भी दे देंगे. नित्य आहार विहारस्य
भोग रूपा इमे विघ्न. दीज आर सेड टू बी भोग रूपा. एंजॉयमेंट के विषय हैं ये. दीज आर सेड टू बी ऑल दी एंजॉयमेंट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ ऑब्स्टेकल्स. नाउ धर्म रूपानी इमाम श्रु. रूपान इमाम श्रुणु. Now you listen about the dharma rupa. See, sometimes unnecessary we are indulged in the this that we. So see, snanam number 1. Bath, taking bath. Puja, worship. Vidhi, puja vidhi. This is not the proper name. This is proper. You are all karma kand. There nothing else. No, everywhere it is. Homa, fire worship, तथा शौच में स्थिति, पवित्रता वाली स्थिति. I used to spend at least 1 hour in the morning with a view to clean the area where I am residing. And people used to call me in the last birth, he must be a sweeper. Really. Breath, you take some bow, now.
Like the other part.
Which part? We take bow. Today onwards I am not going to eat sweet. This is a bow you have taken. So breath is bow, kind of. Upavas, it is fasting. These are the observances. Niyama. Maunam indriya nigraha. Sometimes you observe the silence. Maunam. Indriya nigraha. It is a kind of suppression of the sensory organs. Dheyo dhyanam tatha mantro danam khatir disha sucha. Dheya, this is to be achieved. Dhyanam is a kind of contemplation. Tatha mantro, you are more indulged towards the reciting the some mantra, Or dan, sometimes the charity, you don't consider the deserving person, but you indulge in the dana. You think that only dan can help you to overcome this bhavasagar, Then khyati, only for the sake of fame, name and fame, so that चारों दिशाओं में आपका नाम हो जाए, इसके लिए आप. So this is also one kind of Bapi Koop Tadagadi. In the olden days, particularly, these people, well, Bapi, कुएं खुदवाना, तड़ाग, तलाव, the pond, type of, और प्रसादाराम कल्पना means धर्मशालाएं वगैरह बनवाना, यज्ञम, this महाविष्णु यज्ञ, this Ashwamegh yajna, only for the sake of having name and fame, that I have done this yajna. This, when Dashrath did this yajna, what you call Putreshti yajna. Putreshti yajna. It was with a nimittik, there was a purpose, kamya karma. It was kamya, they wanted to have the issues. Chandrayan, Krish Chandrayan Vrat. This is a very, very difficult Vrat, but people, they do it. Tirthani Vividani cha, pilgrimage, there are so many. We need to go to Kedarnathji, this Nathji and that Nathji. But we don't understand. Jinke Hirade Shri Ram Base, तिन और का नाम लियो न लियो, जिनके हृदय श्री राम. जिन मात पिता की सेवा करी, तिन गंगा स्नान कियो न कियो, जिनके एक फेरी ले ली अगर माँ बाप की तो चारों धाम हो जाते हैं. दृश्यन्ते च इमे विघ्ना धर्म रूपेण संस्थिता. These are said to be the dharma roop vighna, the hindrances. So there should not be any agraha, for the purpose is different. While doing all these things, you have to transcend all this. Then you have to go ahead, isn't it? So we should not remain indulged in such type of activity. The purpose is something different. With the help of this kind of act in the beginning, slowly you transcend it and you go ahead. This is the purpose. Yattu vignam bhaved jnanam kathayami brahman. Now jnana is also said to be begun. This is the only text. I used to say, whenever I am teaching this Kriya Yoga, I used to say, you have knowledge. But this knowledge is of nothing but me and mine. You do not have that knowledge. So, whenever jnana janya bhaved ichha, and whatever the knowledge you have, according there will be desire, And whenever there is a desire, then only you indulge in the action, kriya. So, jnana, ichha and kriya. So therefore, sometime this jnana, whatever we have, this also become the obstacle. So that is what it says. Dharma rupen sanstata ime cha vigna drishyante varanane. He varanane. Varanane means?
So this jnana means those tota written.
तोता रिटर्न भी है और आपका ज़्यादा आग्रह जो है उसके. आइए देखिए क्या है आगे. अभी वो ज्ञान रूप विघ्नों की बात करता हूँ. बरानने, दैट इज व्हाट. स्वस्थ गोमुखाद्यासनम कृत्वा धोती प्रक्षालनम तथा. You think that only by doing this gomukhadi asan and by cleaning your internal this system, Nadi Sanchar Vijnanam, you are very perfect in understanding this, the Nadi Chalana, how to do this. Pratyahar Nirodhanam, you know how to withdraw. Always you are indulged in this. Aage. Nadi Sanchalanam Kshipram Parveshindriya Adhvana Kshipram Nari Karmani Kalyani Bhojanam Shruveta Mama. Kshipram Kukshi Sanchalanam. अब ये संचालन, कुक्षी संचालन रामदेव बाबा सबसे बढ़िया कर लेते हैं. कुक्षी संचालन. ही वॉज ऑल्सो मूविंग हिज स्टमक, राइट लेफ्ट नौली बोलते हैं ना उसको, राइट नौली लेफ्ट नौली, और क्षिप्र संचालन, ये कुक्षी संचालन, ये भी क्रिया। इंद्रिय अधुना प्रवेशः, इंद्रियों अधुना, अधुना मीन्स मार्ग, इंद्रियों के मार्ग में प्रवेश। नाड़ी कर्माणी, नाड़ियों के विभिन्न एक्शन, काम, उनके फंक्शंस। और मम कल्याणी भोजनम श्रूयताम, और भोजन के बारे में भी कहता हूँ सुनो। ये सब आगे की बात है। नभ धातु रसम सिंधी शुंडिका स्ताड़िये तुना, एक कालम समाधि स्या लिंग भूतम इदम। नभ धातु रसम, 9 धातुओं का रस बना करके पीने से समाधि लग जाएगी, ऐसा भी ज्ञान है हमारे पास। कई लोग लगाते हैं ना, और स्वर्ण भस्म, और जो भी ऐसा, ऐसे लोग हैं बहुत सारे। शुंठिका सिंधी, उसको काट, सिंधी मैंने उस शुंठिका को काट करके उसका ताड़िये तो पाउडर बना करके यूज करते हैं। एक कालम समाधि स्या लिंग भूतम इदम शृणु, एक समय में क्विकली वो समाधि लग जाएगी, ऐसा भी कोई लोग समझते हैं, जानते हैं। उसका चूर्ण बना के लेते हैं ना कोई। अब जैसे पतंजलि के चौथे पाद में पहला सूत्र है, जन्म औषधि, औषधि से भी समाधि होती है। जन्म से समाधि होती है, औषधि से। जन्म औषधि, मंत्र तपः, मंत्र से भी होती है, तप से भी होती है। 4 प्रकार की समाधि की चर्चा है, परंतु उसमें तप से होने वाली समाधि को ही महत्व ज़्यादा दिया गया। संगमम गच्छ साधु नाम, साधुओं के साथ साथ रहना। You have a wish inside that you should accompany the good people, you know. साधु, साधु बोले तो good people। और फिर संकोचम भज दुर्जनाम, दुर्जनों से दूर रहना। तुलसीदास also says in the beginning, दुर्जनम प्रथमम बंदे सज्जनम तथा परम। दुर्जन को नमस्कार पहले नमस्कार कीजिए। पता क्यों? हाँ हाँ but why it is to be done, you know, prathamam, why it should be done in the beginning? So Durjan should be saluted in the beginning, you know. Why? Because he can create problems in therefore this kind of people should be saluted first. Sajjan, the person who is having that kind of behavior, no, good person, will never harm you, but the Durjan can harm you. Therefore he should be saluted in the beginning. This is the obstacle, he says. हम समझते हैं ऐसा, ये इससे हमको हो जाएगा, उससे हमको हो जाएगा. दिस इज व्हाट इज द ज्ञान वी हैव. एंड प्रवेशे निर्गमे वायोर गुरु लक्ष्यम विलोकियत. साधु नाम संगमम गच्छ. लेट अस गो विद द दुर्जनान संकोचम भज. डोंट गो टू द पीपल हु आर डिस्टर्बिंग अदर्स इन दुर्जन. वायो प्रवेशे निर्गमे. वायो प्रवेशे, this only by entering the prana into sushumna nadi, this will help you, this is ज्ञान. और निर्गमे गुरु लक्ष्यम विलोकियत. गुरु प्रदत्त निर्गम समय और प्रवेश, सॉरी दिस इज प्रवेश और निर्गम समय दोनों हैं. वो देख वायु के प्रवेश एवं निर्गम के समय गुरु प्रदत्त लक्ष्य पर ध्यान रखें. ये रखना है ध्यान, ऐसा बता रहे हैं. मीन्स वी हैव टू कीप our eyes always on the statement made by the Guru. So this is also a kind of obstacle. We are also engaged for keeping all these things in mind, and we are getting away from the center. You know, we are at the periphery by following all this. आगे पिंडस्थम रूपस्थम च रूप संस्थम च रूपस्थम रूप वर्जितम ब्रह्मेतन मतावस्था हृदय च प्रशाम्यति इत्येता कथिता विघ्ना ज्ञान रूप व्यवस्था. पिंडस्थम, this we have a knowledge that this Shiva is sitting in the body. Pindastham, he stays in the body. You know, this is a Rupa Sanstham in the different forms. You know, in the different form. Or Rupastham, in a particular form. Then etasmin brahma matavastha. Matavastha hridayam cha prashamiti. This kind of understanding somewhere or other gives a kind of peace to your heart, Hridayam cha prashamiti. Ete jnana rupe vyavastita vigna katita. These are the jnana rupa vigna katita. Means we have to understand, sometimes we are overindulged in the observances. Sometimes we believe that, yes, so we have to keep the company of a good people. Sometimes we are indulged that we should go away from the people who are not good, This good and bad is a relative term. This good may be for you and the same can be bad for someone else, So all this is ultimately, वो तोते वाली कहानी जो हमने सुनाई आपको, ये अल्टीमेटली वही है. पर्पस है इन सब बातों से आगे परे जाने की बात. जब तक हम लोग इन सब चीज़ों को ट्रांसेंड करते, इसी में फंसे रहेंगे, तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ नहीं सकते हैं. Therefore, we have to practice it, and on the basis of our own concrete experiences, we have to go ahead. We have to transcend all these things. This is what, yes.
But only for the people who are really practicing and not, it is bad only to indulge it, he says.
Of course.
Not for the lazy people. Oh, he says not to go to Mandir, not to see good people, we should not take bath. Oh, bath, not to lazy, those people lazy, they can also take excuse. अरे ये तो देखा है, मैं तो शिवा समिति में पढ़ा है, प्रस्थान करने की जरूरत नहीं, मंदिर क्यों जाना है, कोई जरूरत नहीं, संत लोग के बात क्यों बतना है और संगीत क्यों सुनना है.
But this is not the knowledge. Actually, knowledge, no, but the knowledge which is based on the sensory organs, that knowledge is badhak. Please let me now. इंद्रिय सन्निकर्षात उत्पन्नम ज्ञानम प्रत्यक्षम, and this pratyaksh gyan, which is based on the sensory organs, is said to be obstacle. Patanjali himself talks about the klisht and aklisht both. This is also, so the knowledge which is based on the sensory organs, this is also called knowledge. But indriya sannikarshat utpannam jnanam pratyaksham. You understand that this is the knowledge, but this knowledge is obstacle. Unless this knowledge is based on your own concrete experiences, what happens to you when you go to the temple? It is a habit of the people, they go to the temple with a view. आज मैंने इतनी बार 100 बार झूठ बोला है, भगवान मुझे माफ कर दे. There are people, they are just, they are doing yajnas, they are doing only out of fear, because they have committed something wrong, and therefore with a view to overcome that fear, they are doing some kind of this.
So to be done properly.
Yes, it should be done.
That is important.
Yes, when you are breathing, whenever you are breathing, this breathing should be done with awareness. Whatever you are doing, so whatever the action is being performed by you, it should be done with awareness. Once you do it with awareness, it will be called your own concrete experience. Because if you are eating, at the time of eating, if you are totally indulged with that food which is being consumed by you, this will have a different kind of effect. If you keep yourself under observation, this food stuff creates this problem, this food stuff, this is what. So slowly. But according to yoga, all these observances are to be followed so long your prana is not entering into Sushumna Nadi. Once the prana enters into Sushumna Nadi, thereafter there is no need of following anything, But in spite of that, instead of working with this prana, you are indulged with taking bath and other things, What is the use of it? That is what it says. So this is...
Yeah, but without doing yama niyama, he himself says...
It is not refusing that you should not do. But he says that don't indulge to that extent, so you remain only in that state. You have to go ahead.
Nobody has started
Yes. So we have to start in the beginning, we have to practice, but you have to transcend these practices. So,
Done so much, then only they will transcend.
yes. No, after doing it, when you understand that only you have to speak the truth. Why you have to speak the truth? You should understand it. Because if you speak one lie, you have to support this lie with thousands of lies. And in spite of that, it will be opened someday or other. As Rahman says, Khaj khoon khansi khushi, bair preeti madpan, Rahman dave na dave, janat sakal jahan. Isn't it? So, you have understood the value of speaking the truth. Once you have understood the value of speaking, it will become your habit, thereafter. But means you should particularly, whatever is being practiced in the beginning, somewhere or other it is to be transcends. You have to go ahead. Don't remain indulged with that, You go ahead a little bit. That is what is the purpose behind. And if you remain indulged, then it becomes beginner for you. You have to take bath. This Kabir also says, Naye dhoye kya kare? जब मन का मैल न धोए. What is the use of taking bath? He himself says.
नदी पार करके नाव का यूज नहीं है.
Yeah, purpose is to go. Yes. Okay, आगे बढ़ेंगे. Now coming to the different 4 yogas. Yes. हाँ जी. Okay, sir. So let us have tea.